why you wouldn't survive a night on the highway of death. Imagine a night where the sky isn't black, but, more like a deep bruised orange, the color of 1,000 burning oil wells choking the atmosphere with thick, greasy soot. You are sitting in a stolen civilian car, part of a 60-mile-long traffic jam of retreating soldiers and panicked looters, trying to escape Kuwait City. Suddenly, the air around you screams. Without warning, the front of the convoy and the back are incinerated by precision strikes, turning a highway into a 60-mile-long kill box. You aren't in a battle, you are in a mechanical harvest. In the next few minutes you'll realize that on the highway of death, there is no cover, no retreat, and absolutely no mercy from an enemy you can't even see. The first thing that would kill you is the absolute lack of warning. In 1991, the technological gap between the coalition forces and the retreating Iraqi army was like something out of science fiction. You can't breathe because the air is thick with sulfur dioxide and soot. Your lungs feel like they are being lined with sandpaper. Every breath is a struggle, and every surface you touch is either scalding hot or covered in oil that makes it impossible to grip a weapon or open a door. The sound is a physical assault. It's the constant low-frequency rumble of the oil fires mixed with the supersonic brat of the A-10s 30mm cannon, a gun so powerful it can strip the armor off a tank like it's peeling an orange. The noise is so loud it vibrates your internal organs. You are in a state of sensory desertion where your brain simply stops processing information. You see a truck explode 50 yards away, but you don't hear it because your ears are already ringing with a deafening permanent whistle. The paranoia of being hunted by ghosts in the sky leads to a total collapse of discipline. You see soldiers abandoning their gear and running blindly into the desert, only to be picked off by helicopter gunships. The smell is something the news reports never mentioned. It's the smell of burning rubber, scorched plastic, diesel fuel, and the sweet, sickly scent of long pig, human flesh burning at high temperatures. On the highway of death, you aren't just witnessing a military defeat. You're witnessing the industrialization of death. The sheer volume of discarded loot, televisions, jewelry, stolen rugs, scattered among the charred remains of soldiers creates a surreal, morbid landscape that feels like a hallucination. You are standing in a graveyard of greed and fire, and the sky is still screaming. By the time the sun tries to rise through the thick black smoke, the highway of death has become a monument to the terrifying power of modern air supremacy. The silence that follows the strikes is even worse than the noise. It's the sound of metal cooling and the crackle of dying fires. Of the thousands of vehicles that started the journey, nearly 2,000 are now twisted, blackened husks. The raw reality is that this wasn't a battle of soldiers. It was a one-sided execution of a fleeing force that had no way to fight back against a digitized enemy. The psychological weight of surviving such an event is a scar that never heals. You realize that in the age of precision warfare, your courage and your training mean nothing if the enemy owns the sky. You were hunted like an insect by a force you never even saw. The highway of death remains a chilling reminder that war has moved beyond the trenches and the shield walls. It is now a matter of sensors, satellites, and the cold mechanical efficiency of a button press. I'm really curious. If you were trapped in that 60-mile traffic jam and the first rock eye went off, would you stay with your vehicle or disappear into the black smoke of the desert? It's a choice between two different kinds of death. I love hearing your takes on these modern apocalypse scenarios. They remind us how quickly the world can turn into a nightmare when technology and conflict collide. If you want more deep dives into the dark, unvarnished truth of history, join our community. Hit that subscribe button and let's keep exploring the shadows together. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.